Alright, so here's the new Autopilot on the 8.0 here. I'll show a quick demo. Pull it back, double tap. And it prompts these here saying, keep both hands on the steering wheel. And you can see there's a car up here that you can see on the dash. The other interesting thing is that every once in a while it'll pop up with some alerts and say that you have to hold the steering wheel. And another thing is that it limits it. You can see the speed limit is there at 40, and I can tap this up over here and go up by 1, 2, or 5, but then it limits you to going 5 miles an hour over. Now it should be slowing down here. I've got a car in front of me, so it's braking for that. So luckily I hit this red light, but this car pulled out in front of me. Now just gone green, so we'll speed up. So the one thing I've noticed here is that the stop and go in the 8.0 is a lot more fluid and smooth, so I definitely like that. And it seems like it hugs more of the center of the lane instead of the right or left of the lane. So it goes down in the middle a little bit better than it did before. I'm hitting the red light, so I gotta slow down. No cars in front of me here. I just got the upgrade last night to the 8.0. And just rolled out. Finished the update about 1 o'clock this morning. I couldn't resist. I took it for a drive, but now's the first morning. We'll actually have a little bit of traffic on the road, so I can enjoy this. But anyway, another thing I noticed here is, just as a test, I'll kind of straddle this and double tap, and it'll pick a lane. And so it just swerved over into the right lane, even though I was trying to start the cruise, or starting the autopilot in the middle lane. It came over to the far right lane instead of going into the left lane. So I thought that was interesting. And I'm surprised I haven't seen this hold the wheel. There's a little prompt that pops up down here at the bottom that says hold the wheel. And it also has a couple other prompts that says if you're on the road and it has the no lane lines, or for whatever reason autopilot's disabled, it'll say the auto steer is unavailable. So, you know, it prompts up here, keep your hands on the steering wheel, be prepared to take a wheel at any time. And it'll do these prompts occasionally, so hopefully it'll pop up and I can show you that in this video. The other thing while I'm here, I'll also show you the navigation is a lot nicer here. We're in southern Utah, so it's showing all the superchargers that are close. And you notice how it hides all of the buttons here on the side. So it'll hide all the buttons on the side after you don't use it for a while. And if you go full screen on this, you can see how much better it is. Just goes full screen, and it'll hide all the buttons after a few seconds. See that? All the buttons up at the top went away. Oh, here it says hold the steering wheel. So I didn't grab it in time, so it disabled the auto steer. So that's just an example for you here a little bit. And then if I try to do that, set the autopilot, after a couple times, if I don't hold the steering wheel, that all the outside starts flashing white. There's no audible tones that I heard last time, and if you have the music playing, it doesn't actually mute your music or anything for you to hear the beeps. So you kind of have to be paying attention to see those all around the outside of your instrument panel here blinks white when it's wanting you to take the wheel. So anyway, that's one of the cool features here about this. The other thing is, all these icons are a little bit different. That's kind of nice. Looks a little more modern, a little more sleek. They've added a couple other features here for, you know, keeping the cabin temperature the same. You can see as we're going around, sorry my car's a little dirty, it's been raining here the last couple days. And waiting to see if it'll show this prompt again to hold the steering wheel. So it does a pretty good job staying in the lane, even on these windy roads, going around through traffic and everything. Hitting a lot of red lights here without cars in front of me this morning, so having to kind of take control back and forth. But see, if I try to do the auto steer when it doesn't see lane lines, it'll say its auto steer is unavailable temporarily. So now that I'm back through the intersection, it'll take over again and maneuver this corner. And this is actually a pretty windy road, all things considered. Apologize for all these lights. I was hoping I'd be able to show you the auto steer, how it has you take the wheel again and stuff. The other thing while I'm here is I'll show you here on the right side. They've done this on the right side. You now have additional features over here. Before you would just have the temperature, fan speed. Now you can access all the recent calls and contacts as well, and just a couple other features on that. That's kind of nice. And the music on this thing, I'll have to do that in another video, but the media streaming on this is absolutely unbelievable as far as that goes. The ability to stream music and find music is just amazing. Really, really impressive as far as that goes. I'll show you an example here, and when I pull up to a light, if it goes red for me or something like that, I'll be able to show you. But this is basically the auto steer. Does an excellent job staying in the lane and facilitating that. Here's a really neat thing though. So they've changed this to where you don't have to press and hold this anymore. You can just tap it and it'll start recording. So you can say like this, play Metallica. So it'll search for Metallica, and then sure enough, it'll just start playing. So you can also play, I mean, you can do the navigation is quite a bit better as well, but it's actually really, really good as far as getting all the music and stuff like that on this. You can search up here for anything, which is kind of nice. And then they changed this a little bit. The tune in, you can now swipe through things a lot easier and search things. If you scroll all the way down, you can go and find things by the area. And so I was just dinking around and looked in South America and Brazil and playing some Brazilian music here earlier. But you have the ability to just search and play and stream music from all over the world in as many languages as you can think of on the tune-in. And then the streaming, obviously you have all those accessibilities like you had before, but you now have the ability to search in here. And then also if you've got USB connected, it'll pop up with a little USB available there, and you can actually pan forward and backwards in the USB when that's playing. So anyway, that's a quick preview here of what 8.0 is like. Just barely installed last night, so for those of you still waiting for it, have fun, and for those of you who already have it, congratulations. I'm enjoying it. It's kind of nice here. So here's something that's interesting though. I'm going directly into the sun, and you can see it's super bright, and it's not letting me use the auto steer right now. There, just recognize a car in front of me. So obviously now it's using the radar because that is the vision it has from the camera, and honestly I'm having trouble seeing because that's right in my eyes. But the auto steer is taking over, and obviously this is the radar now that's using this because the camera is not going to be able to see anything with that. But the radar is doing an excellent job keeping me in the lane and following the vehicle in front of me. And there's even cones over here off to the side of the road. Looks like they're doing a little bit of a triathlon, a race here off the side of the road this morning. But yeah, super impressed with this auto steer technology right now, using the radar instead of the camera, because before, the sun coming in my eyes like that, the camera would have been completely disabled and I would not have been able to use the auto steer at all. But even driving directly into the sun, it was able to stay in the lane, lock into the vehicle in front of me, and follow that with the radar. So now it's saying hold the steering wheel. You can see it's flashing white around there, and I have not grabbed the steering wheel yet. And now as I grab it, it disables the auto steer. if I don't grab it in time. So anyway, quick preview there. I'm super impressed with it. Really like the auto steer on this new version 8.0. Love the media player and love the updated maps, the navigation and everything so far that I've been playing around with this morning. So anyway, that's it, and good luck to all of you guys getting your 8.0 and the auto steer and everything in the future.